Hello, class. It is Wednesday, April 15th, 2020, and we are now in our Bible class for today. We will be starting chapter 21, and this is the introduction to that chapter 21. Job is patient. So, we're going to start to talk about Job and his patience. Our memory verse is Ephesians 4 and 2. Ephesians 4, chapter 2. And I will read to you what it says. Be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowance for each other's faults because of your love. Okay? So, now that we've read the memory verse, I want you to get familiar with it, look at it often, and read it throughout chapter 21 as we go through chapter 21 day by day. So, I want you to actually learn that verse and kind of get it in your heart as to what it means to you. Make it personal. So, your expected outcomes in this chapter is to know that Job is patient in the face of adversity. So, when things are against you or adverse to what you think that you should be going through. So, like right now, in the face of adversity, as we're going through the coronavirus, um, that could be adversity. So we have to be patient, just as Job was patient. We'll learn more about it. So you're going to sequence the events in the Bible truth about Job, exemplify how you can show patience in various situations, and identify ways words can be powerful. Our words are very powerful, guys. What we say has a lot of power. So we want to say good things. We don't want to say things that are harmful or hurtful to others. Um, so we're going to mark graphs to rate how patiently you wait for things. So we're going to also apply how you can demonstrate patience. Okay, so we're going to define that word patience as well. So today, Western society seems to prize efficiency, speed, and productivity over everything else. Microwaves and fast food restaurants focus on immediate gratification, and meal times are no longer a leisurely affair. People used to sit and eat and enjoy and talk and just make it quite a take quite a bit of time just to eat a meal. I know when I was in Europe, we would sit and eat for maybe 3 hours. We wouldn't actually just sit and eat, but we would stop and talk for a while. Then we would eat for a while. Then we would eat another course. And then we would talk a little longer and just enjoy our meal. So here now we have the microwaves and all of that, and we don't sit and have leisurely time during our meal time. So, waiting in line or in traffic can bring out the worst in people. If people must wait in line longer than a few minutes, they begin to shift their weight, look at their watches, roll their eyes, and make snide comments, and even be rude to the sales staff. People don't like to wait. The Bible, however, emphasizes patience. In fact, few of God's promises were fulfilled immediately, so Abraham had to wait more than 20 years to receive his promised son. Moses waited 40 years to be ready for leadership and another 40 years to catch a glimpse of the much awaited promised land. So Jacob worked 14 years to fulfill an agreement he made to marry the woman he loved. We talked about all of this. Even the Apostle Paul waited 3 years after his conversion before he spoke to anyone about the gospel. The early church waited eagerly for Christ's return, and 2,000 years later, Believers are still waiting. We're still waiting for Christ's return. So God values patience. It is through patient endurance that the promises of God are fulfilled. He wants his people to wait on him without complaining, to endure hardships, and to persevere as Job did. What are you patiently waiting for today? What are you patiently enduring today? So, how can you model patience so that others will be able to see God at work in your life? So, endure patiently and expect to see God guiding, sustaining, and bringing victory in your life, and in everything that you do. So, we're gonna talk about the word repentance. That's a big one. Our glossary word is repentance. What does repentance mean? We discussed this a while back, and I'll just give you a little refresher. Repentance meaning to feel sorry for something you did or said, to have remorse, and that means to just feel bad about it, and to turn from it, ask God to forgive you, and do not do that thing again. Turn away from it and do not do it again. Don't look back at it. So anyway, that's what chapter 21 is going to be all about, how Job was patient. So that is the end of our Bible lesson for today.